Thor is actually the first character in the game getting a second PvE uniform to replace the previous. There is only one reason to go and buy this uniform and make your life easier. Hello gang, welcome to the channel, and today we're gonna go through to the least impactful character of the current update of Century Hulk and Thor. It's Thor, King Rune Thor. He feels amazing, the animation, how he looks like. He is really nice, really cool, but it's the first character in the game that we ever took a second uniform to replace the previous uniform without having an extra value, something different. Like we took second uniform for Thanos, he was PvE, went into PvP hardly. We had a new uniform for Hulk, same thing, he was PvP mostly, now he's mostly PvE. But yeah, it's the first uniform actually that came to replace the previous uniform, Love and Thunder Thor, and actually fix the character. And yes, they delivered that, they fixed the character. The character was broken, his previous rotation and his previous cooldowns was really weird. Everyone was saying that the cooldown here was like 20 seconds, when in his fourth skill it's 17 seconds. And with the 50%, this goes minus by 2. So we have to do with like 8 seconds compared to 10 seconds. So you wouldn't actually have the opportunity to do the rotation with the proper way, do 5, delay cancel, 3, cancel into 4. And after being able to do again the same rotation, you had to modify, you had to put some extra skills in the second skill, the first skill. It was really weird. There is other characters also being like that, but specifically for Thor was making him really unusable for a lot of things and really annoying to play with. Now, as you can see, the time is minus by 2 seconds. That means it's like 9 seconds when you go with the 50% cooldown. And the 50% cooldown, it's that the thing I'm saying every single time, you need to have at least 50% reduced cooldown duration to be able to cast the rotations proper. So yes, I've started to talk about Thor, but yeah, the point is that he is the least useful character right now. We just took the new PvP meta, we just took the PvE meta for villain, combat villain. Okay, he's not better than Dr. Octopus, but he's way easier. So what we took here, what we took is the free-to-play farmer for rifts, dispatch, and all this stuff that you need to go through and play and farm, daily. And the other really good farmers is Rogue, which is a paywall uniform and seasonal, and also Jean Grey. But our boy Thor here was really good with the previous uniform, and the problem from the previous uniform was that his fifth skill, when you were auto playing it, the fifth skill stayed there and the animation was huge, so you had to wait him to end his fifth skill and go into the next skill for the enemies. So he was really annoying, but he was really good farmer. So now he fixed his skills, his fifth skill is not staying there forever, he's going way faster into the game. So I'm gonna compare him with the other farmers I have right now and with the old uniform in a rift. I'm gonna sacrifice in a rift, I'm gonna go into a normal one and test him, compare him with his old uniform, and also compare him with the best farmers I have, which is Jean Grey and Rogue, with of course the teams that I'm gonna figure out later on and I'm gonna show you. I also gonna show you the rotation and of course some gameplay from GBR and World Boss Legend, because the other two things that he can be useful to your account is GBR, which is really good, and for World Boss Legend. For ABX and ABL, he is way behind the other characters that you have to compare him with. Ghost Rider for ABX and with Gladiator and Odin for ABL. He's still worse than these characters, and there are better content creators. Go and see how he performs for ABL, but pretty much for me did like 6.5 to 7 million with his old uniform, and with his new uniform he'd do like 500,000 more. And you need to, I'm gonna show you the build right after. Pretty much the game suggests you that this easy combo 4 cancel, 5 cancel, 4 cancel 3, which is really weird. I don't like it at all, and I'm going with a different one, which is the old one, and it works really nice in my mind. You go like this, you go like this, and after into the 4th skill and play with the skills, and it's way funnier. I'm gonna show you some content that I'm playing really funny, and I really enjoy him playing World Boss Legend specific. With the 4th skill, I really enjoy the fact that you can go through here and there, and you're gonna avoiding a lot of stuff, World Boss Legend dropping, you're gonna see. And I'm doing a variation also on the rotation for the tier 3, and I'm dropping the tier 3 as a middle rotation. So yeah, I'm gonna show you the rotation actually inside the game. The skills, you know, the tier 3 skill, it's exactly the same, nothing special. This super duper cool skill that he used to do. His 5th skill, as you can see, it's easier to cancel into anything else. The 2nd skill, you know, the movement skill that he had, the V-pad skill, now it's on the 3rd skill instead of the 2nd skill. His 2nd skill do some really nice damage. His 4th skill, it's the epic one, and I really enjoy actually. So yeah, before we go through the content, guys, I want you to make sure that you have smashed the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below in the comments if you're gonna skip this uniform, and you're gonna still using your old Thor, or you didn't have the uniform and now you're going to buy it because you were skipping Love and Thunder. And also let me know what you're using to Rift farm, you know, as a free-to-play or not, because yeah, Thor, it's really busted, and you're gonna figure out later on this video. Let's go into the Rift first, and let me show you the build actually. I look like that. I have 100,000 energy attack, but I have some minor buff right now in the team, I think. As a team up, let's swap some team, and let me show you how he looks like without this minor buffs. Where are you, Thor? Here you are. Here you are. Okay, 99,000. Okay, no big difference. Full Odin's Blessing. I'm using Ghost Rider as a striker, and Overdrive, 4-star artifact, 10 level, Mighty Raids, Mythic Uniform, and let's go into some Rift farming. So the team I'm going to use for Thor, it's this one, and I'm gonna swap into the old uniform later on to show you what I'm talking about with the weird rotation, and see how fast he can actually complete the stage. So let's go open up a Rift. He is actually the #1 character to farm Rifts as a free-to-play and a new player. You know, with Jean you need to go through the 6,000 crystal quest. I totally recommend to go for her. She's still busted for PvE and PvP. She's kind of outdated actually for PvP right now after Sentry, Silver Surfer, Thanos, and all this meta dropped, but still she's really cool both ways, and except against Silver Surfer she can perform really nice. Yes, but our conversation, Thor, it's the best case scenario for anyone to go and farm fast Rifts and get a lot out of it, and you know, earn the maximum of the essence and the maximum of the stones. So I totally recommend him as a free-to-play and cheap character to build as a tier 4 to go through. The striker ability you can use as a striker actually for my tier 4. You can use also Namor or someone like Gladiator, and the timing is let's see 0.53 for the new uniform of Thor, and let me show you the old one first. Exactly the same team, old uniform, and let me, yeah, look at this. Look at this fifth skill. This fifth skill delays, bro. You stay inside the fifth skill for all this time. Previously, you saw my Thor going like this, like crazy. He was canceling everything. But here, look at this. He's staying there, do the whole fifth skill like a weirdo, you know, alone, hitting his hammer down in the ground, which was the only problem this character had actually. It was so annoying, but yes, they fixed it. They listened to the people, I guess. They suggest them to do that. I'm not sure. Of course, everyone loves Thor, but yeah, before Thor was really weird and hard to play. I have my friend also Cameron Masihnik here, who is a huge fan of Thor, and his Thor was able to drop 10 million into the ABL. With the new uniform, he's doing like 11 million for the ABL, and he is saying that the main that he is like 10 to 15% on all over the content, but actually for ABX he is exactly the same and perhaps even worse. As you can see here, I managed to go from 0.53 to 1.03. So we're talking about 10 seconds slower. 10 seconds slower for one stage. That means for 10 stages, you're losing 100 seconds. So like 1.5 minutes. You're farming like 20% less with the old uniform at the end of the day, you know, with all the loading screens and all this stuff. It's like a lot. It's like a lot. If you want to use him for this specific thing, if you had the old uniform, the new uniform actually worth just for that, you know. But in case you already had Rogue, I'm using here Rogue with Thor as a striker with the old uniform. Yeah, I didn't swap him into the new uniform. The new uniform also is better as a striking ability for tier 4. So he is still a really good striker, and he is even better. But for your own information, in case you have already Rogue, in case you have already Jin, you know, I just want to show you what Rogue can do in my account and see the value of having here uniform. It's a paywall, it's seasonal, but you know, you have to compare, you have to see how fast my Rogue doing it. So if you already have Rogue, you don't need to worry about getting Thor up for, you know, farming all stuff like that. We're talking about, yeah, really faster. So he's doing it in 39 seconds, which is 15 seconds faster than Thor, 14 seconds actually. So we're talking about way faster. And Jean is something in the middle, to be honest. She is doing something in the middle. I don't want to spend a lot of time through that. Let's go into some gameplay of World Boss Legend. I'm doing a super weird rotation, but guys, believe me, this works, and I'm not suggesting to anyone to go and work on that. But yeah, I had a lot of fun, and you're gonna figure out how good this rotation is also. So I'm using him against Kang stage 29 with the new uniform, and I am doing that all the way. I'm doing 5, cancel 3, and dropping the 4th skill. If I have the 4th skill, you know, if I have already my 3rd skill, I'm starting with the 3rd skill and I'm going into the 5th skill after. And if I have the tier 3, I'm dropping the tier 3. If I have the tier 3 in between the skills, I am stopping and just doing my tier 3, and I'm not doing the other skills. I'm not letting my 3rd skill place until the end. I always canceling it really fast. Of course, stage 29 for me on Kang and my build, it's not like really challenging, but still I really enjoy playing this thing with him, and the 4th skill looks fantastic. I like the way he goes like that, and if there is things into the stage that you want to avoid, doing that with the 4th skill and avoid any damage that you're going to get other way, you know, it's really cool and I really enjoy. Of course, you can use also the 3rd skill and the V-pad and the avoid too, but I feel like the 4th skill, it's super cool, and this goes here and there. I really like it. But yeah, there is better characters. I mean, Thor gets an upgrade, a new uniform, and he's not way better. He's not way better than himself. And the fact that there are all... Look at this. This is the moment I was telling you. There were the purple attack, and because I pressed the fourth skill, I avoid everything. And that's why I really enjoy this rotation. You can see here, I'm dropping skills here and there. He is really easy to play, really fun to play. I really enjoy him. And yes, compared to the old uniform where you didn't have the fifth skill, it was real annoying. As you can see sometimes that I don't have my fourth skill and it's on cooldown, I'm doing the thing that the game suggests, 5 cancel into the third skill. But yes, I prefer dropping all the skills and keep the damage on the tier 3. As you can see, he hits really hard with his tier 3. And it's an easy 150 second challenge, actually 2-minute clear, easy peasy. Let's go into a GBR also. I used to play on my server, on my Discord server. If you want to join, it's down below in the description. We have some channels to help people for GBR, to help people for rifts. I'm doing daily mythic rift there, more than 50 mythic rifts from different people, and also GBR carries. But yes, these days most of the people have tier 4, so they don't need carry there, and I used to go with randoms completely. These two dudes have tier 3 characters. I'm going there and smashing it myself, and you can see here that he's actually really cool. 36 seconds for the first phase. And let me show you about the second phase here. I start different. I went through the third skill, fifth skill, fourth skill, and tier 3. I, prioritizing doing my fourth skill and my tier 3. As soon as I have these two skills done, I am trying to boost damage here and there, because he doesn't have the guardian critical on his. He don't have guardian critical on his kit. So it's really hard to engage with the CTB of raids, and I'm smashing skills until I have the raids, and then dropping the fourth skill, dropping the third skill, or dropping the tier 3. That's the plan actually. The fifth skill, it's something I'm really canceling fast. Here, as soon as I saw the proc popping out, the proc, you can see it's the blue thing text that says custom gear. It's a weird rotation, I know, but that's the way I enjoy playing him, and it's really fun in my mind. Overall, as I said before, Thor compared to Sentry and Hulk didn't change a lot of things on any aspect of the content. The only use of the character actually is for the dudes that were using the old uniform to farm rifts and these spots, and the new uniform gonna help them even more, doing it even faster because of the fifth skill, that you don't have to wait through the skill during all this animation, and also the rotation that now you can play a stable and proper rotation. Not this I was doing, but generally speaking. And yes, it's a fun character, but he's not the best on anything else than perhaps free-to-play farming. He's not the best for ABL, he's not the best for ABX, he's not the best for World Boss Legend. For World Boss Legend, Odin keeps outscoring him, he's doing better. He's better than before with this uniform, but in my mind, if there are better characters, why bothering build your Thor? If you love Thor, I totally get it, but yeah, it's the character that, okay. Anti-Man, of course, it's the worst one. We have to mention him too. Yeah. I'm not even do a review on him for sure, but this was the 9th anniversary update. We took uniforms for 3 tier 4s. We took a new tier 4, native tier 3, tier 4. So a lot of things pop out for PvP, for PvE with Hulk. Huge impact for me. At least I'm not gonna have to play with Doc Ock anymore. I'm not sure actually. I have built him so stacked, so it's a shame not play with Doc Ock. But yeah, the characters change things. Thor is not changing anything. It's an easy skip for most players, but yeah, it's up to you if you need him or not. That's all for now. thank you for being here. I'm gonna test the characters even more, and I hope I get this potentials on the live stream one day from now. Probably tomorrow I'm gonna drop a live stream and we're gonna test again all the characters for multiple content. I wanna do Gene 55 with him. I wanna play as level 80 finally, and yes, we're gonna figure out even more stuff about the new characters. Hope you enjoyed, hope I get you decide what you're gonna do with this bad boy Thor. See you into the next. Kisses in your faces.